For those of you that watched the previous video where I said like, oh, I'm probably going to record that, this is that video. I have thought bubble in my previous recording and I wanted to stay on topic in that particular video, but we're going to give this one some legs of its own. All right. Even though I'm not a parent, I think I can give some pretty solid advice. I don't have to go sit in the igloo to know that it's cold. You feel me? So even though I'm not a parent, I think that this is something that you guys should take into consideration. Parents, especially with those of you that are having the teenage years, like you're getting those angsty teens that like are ready to be rebellious and fight back against everything. They say you're not cool enough as a parent anymore, so they don't listen to you. They're more fixated on their peers. Please teach your children how to communicate while they are angry. Oh my goodness. These days we have a bunch of kids being raised by the internet, especially with COVID. We got the iPad kids and we got kids that missed out on very pivotal years of social interaction. So it seems like a lot of these social cues are gone. And the older that these people get without being exposed to this, without being exposed with the proper lessons of how to articulate themselves when they are angry, when they are frustrated, when they are annoyed, when they are embarrassed, just because you are mad does not give you the excuse to say whatever it is that you want. Like I said in my previous video, when you get angry, that's when you have these emotional outbursts. When you have these emotional outbursts, that's when you lose all of your power. That's when you lose all of your control of the situation because the cat's out of the bag now. Now everyone around you, whether it was a one-on-one conversation or you lost your cool in front of a group, we all know how you feel about a particular thing that you were keeping close to your chest. The secret is out because of your lack of the ability to control yourself in a particularly emotional state. So parents, please teach your children early. Piss your kids off. Piss them off. You're not their friend. You're their parent. Now, the older you get, I can still, of course, you're always a friend. You know what I'm saying? But it's not your job to be your kid's friend. It's your job to be a parent. It's your job to give them the tools necessary to succeed in life and do better than you. So if you don't teach them stuff that you know is important, what are you doing? You're not doing your job as a parent. Piss your kids off. They might have an attitude with you. So, aren't you the parent? Aren't you the adult? Then teach them right. When you're mad, when you're angry, even as a parent, like I'm saying I'm a parent, but even as a parent, if just judging from my own parents' mistakes throughout the past, they'll say something out of term. They'll be having a bad day at work. Your parents just argued, you didn't even know about it. You came in being an annoying kid, and one of your parents snaps on you. That wasn't a good example, but with you being the parent, you were supposed to use that. You use your mistake to teach your child. You now gave them a real-time example. Use it. Hey, little Timmy, sit down. All right, look, I know I said something mean to you. I know I said that I never thought that you would hit that softball. I shouldn't have said that. And even though this doesn't excuse what I said, let me tell you why I said what I said so you can hopefully understand where it came from, even though it does not justify what I said. Your mother and I had a big argument. So, I wasn't really in the best mood. And then with you starting to throw a temper tantrum when you kept missing the ball on the T-ball, it made me really upset because I believe in you. But I lashed out on you because of other things that had nothing to do with that. So I apologize to you. You see, that goes so much more than no iPad for a week. And that's it. You see what I'm saying? These kids aren't learning because half of these parents are becoming dumber and dumber and dumber. I'm really scared to see what comes after alpha, like 3 generations, 3 letters after alpha is going to look like. Because these are going to be the kids raised by the iPad kids. Bruh, listen, I have so much faith in Gen Z and Gen Alphas and stuff. I really do. When you hang out with some of these young people, when they got their shit straight, oh my God, it's beautiful. Like, you'd be like, yo, I'm talking to the future right here. But then you got some of these skippity-doo toilet kids out here, like, Riz Aura Farmer, using all these, like, slang words without actually, it's just, some of these kids are scary, bruh. But anyway, that's all I got with this one. Just wanted to throw that out there. And let me know what you think. Till the next one. Peace.